I tell you what, if there's one thing that separates Justin Gaethje from everybody else, it's his endurance to take pain. There was one of the biggest things. I remember asking Mike Tyson one time, I was like, Mike, what made Muhammad Ali so good? What made him so different? And he was like, you know what? It was his ability to take pain. And I was just like, wow. When he said that, bro, it's a gift, man. It's a gift to be able to take a strike and yet still come forward. And that's what Justin Gaethje is.
I mean, he really is insanely durable. He's been rocked and hurt before, and he's been stopped in fights before. He was knocked out in the last second of the last round by Max Holloway in the BMF title, which was an insane fight. But the guy is just, he has zero quit in him. It doesn't exist. Like, if you're looking for quit, you go into a room, it's empty. The quit room has no one in it. There's nothing in there. He's not going to quit. He can lose because he's a human, but he's not going to quit. And he's also been into the deep trenches before. The deep trenches of these 5-round, chaotic, insane battles. And oddly, he thrives in those kind of battles. He's a guy, he's described as the most violent man in the most violent sport. Wow. We've all talked about him like that for years, since the moment he burst onto the scene when he fought Michael Johnson, well, in the UFC at least. He's an extraordinary dude, just a very extraordinary dude.
Justin said going into the fight, like he said, he tells himself, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. That's fucking wild. Because when you have those thoughts, as a fighter throughout the week, you have certain thoughts, whether you let them, but you just like, that's crazy to hear Justin come out and say that I'm gonna get my ass kicked, and like goes into those thoughts, like I'm gonna get my ass kicked, I'm gonna get embarrassed. I'm like, damn, that's fucking that's one way, I guess, to deal with those thoughts, but that's insane.
When they say live and die on that shield, Justin is going to do just that. We see fights where you see guys take the shot that hurts them. And I always wondered about this, Henry. They take the shot that hurts them, and what do? They turn fetal position, or they on their side, and they shell up like this, receiving strikes that they're not unconscious, but because they're in pain, they shell up like this, receiving just shots, and the ref is screaming, move, or I'm gonna stop the fight. Do you know what this is? Stop the fight, ref. Help me, save me. I'm protecting myself. I don't want to take any more damage. I'm protecting myself. You will not see that from Justin. Oh, I'm taking shots, I'm swinging back. I'm gonna die on this shield.
It's just Justin Gaethje's ability to take and deliver damage year after year after year. Like, if you just gave any fighter, any tough guy, I'm not talking about a regular Joe, any tough guy, 25%, 30% of the damage this guy has taken over the years, they'd be retired. They'd be out of here. But he's still fighting, man. And not only that, but his durability is just incredible. The shots that he took from Ilia Topuria is insane. And I don't think there's ever going to be anyone like Justin Gaethje, truly like a unique specimen in the ability to take damage, man.
You thought Ilia Topuria was going to win, and I know firsthand what Justin Gaethje is capable of. He was able to stay in the pocket with Ilia Topuria, handle those body shots in the second, which not a lot of people can, but Gaethje has that championship mindset and heart. I mean, he gives out $500 to anybody that drops him in the body shot in sparring. I definitely have tried to earn that $500. So
I've seen that guy in the gym. You spend 5 minutes hanging out with him, you can tell right away this is a different human being. He's what does Goggins say? He's uncommon amongst uncommon men.
Yeah.
He stands out amongst the baddest motherfuckers in the world. He's different even in rooms with those guys. So he's built different. He really is.
And I haven't heard Khabib say a good thing about anybody that he's faced. It's rare that he's said anything good about anybody. And he's like, yeah, that was the hardest I've ever been hit. Like, whatever he threw at me, it hurt. And that says a lot coming from Khabib. And he's not the only one who has said that. But yeah, Justin Gaethje is most certainly built different. And, every advantage at the elite level counts.
You see all the people's faces that Justin's fought before? Their eyes are black, their faces are swollen. All these guys say he hits so hard, and it's weird, he swats his punches.
And I think what Trevor Whitman's done is I think he's realised that he's got this raw talent that as long as he puts him in range, he's going to do tremendous damage to people. So he's not like, he doesn't correct things like the way that he throws his hook, or like he kind of places his right hand and his jab. Very, very similar to Usman, weirdly. Like Usman's jab's very, very, very hidden.
It's controlled chaos. Justin knows what he's doing. You know how many times he hit me with that stupid grab uppercut? He hit me with that in practice all the time. You know? Like, listen, Justin got tricks. And I've said it, man. I know for years, yeah, he suffered a couple of defeats, but everyone just kind of, oh yeah, he's just a brawler guy. No, there's a method to that. To where now even Justin is more decorated than I am. Justin got the freaking BMF, got 2 interim titles, got the undisputed title, has multiple titles from a different organization. Listen, I'm telling Justin, hey Justin, can you buy me lunch next time?
He's the most entertaining fighter ever, has had one of the most iconic careers. Like, you just rambled off the stats. You won't top that, and he did top that on Sunday night. So he won't be able to top any of it. So
one of the most epic things I've ever seen in my life. For him to win like that when everybody had counted him out, he was saying it was going to be his last fight. It was like a retirement fight. 37 years old, been in the game forever. You know, fought a who's who of all-time greats in the sport, and this was going to be his last fight. And he's like, what if I could win the title at the White House? What an ending to a career. And that's what everybody was saying. Like, yeah, but you're not gonna, because you're fighting Ilia Topuria. And he was like, all right, we'll see.
Wow.
And he pulled it off. He pulled it. It was insane. It was epic. Absolutely epic.
With the amount of history that's there, and seeing that, and going back to, 1776 and beyond, and understanding, hey, we were the underdogs once. These guys have all the advantages, and I'm gonna go out there and fight like a beast and defend what I think is mine and fight to the death. I think that was critical for Gaethje, and he talked about this. He said, I go in there thinking that I've already lost, I'm already dead, and I've accepted that potential fate, and I go out there and fight his ass off. And he does it every single time.
I didn't like a ton of the stuff, back and forth stuff that was going on during the week from my guy Justin, but the one thing that really solidified it with me that I saw him say is when he was on an interview and he said, listen, yes, I've been knocked out, I've been dropped, I've been hurt, I've been submitted, I've been through all of that. There's nothing you're going to do to me or bring to me that I haven't seen before. And I thought that was so powerful, because you have to be self-aware. You have to really be locked in to understand that. And listen, there is no courage without fear. You have to have a little bit of fear in there. That's what courage is being able to still walk towards it in spite of having that fear.
I think he's unbelievable. Kenny, I think he's as skillful as anyone, right? Like, it's not just his brain, RJ, it's his flesh, it's his bone density, it's the naturally bigger man. Like, has anyone here shaken Justin Gaethje's hand? It's a fucking rock.
I guess we'll call you Mr. King now, right? Because that was Ilia who was calling himself Mr. King last week. We'll call you Mr. King. How does it feel? That was legendary.
I feel like a king. I'm not going to lie, but I'm no king.
Okay, so I like that you think that you're no king. You're humble enough, obviously, which is why I think we all have fallen in love with not only your fighting style, but your fighting story.
Like, afterwards, because he came and sat down for the post show, I had nothing bad to say about Ilia. Handled himself with class, talked about the small town where he comes from, where there's one stoplight in the town. He said no one, has ever heard of it. I'm from, he represents all these hopes and dreams that anyone can achieve, and he was just so nice and humble after going out there and performing like that in that spectacle, and then still to be so grounded